We're going on a bunker tour. Oh, he lost a leg. It was windy. All right, let's do this. Well, that's cool. Authentic bombing range stuff. Hey.
Yeah, I'm going crazy now. Luckily, though, the camp came with building supplies.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, and so that's how I was able to close off. And then there's a couple neighbors that are like, you know, neighbor friends that I was able to hire to do a whole bunch of stuff that maybe was like too hard.
Yeah.
Or me, you know, like maybe needed like, you know, special tools or whatever.
Right, but look at what you've done.
Somehow I did a lot. So the fence is a circle. And I'm making the circles or the fence like now like walls with like, you know, a roof and
Heck yeah.
building off the fence. So come on in. It's pretty crazy and wild. We are open officially. Yeah. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I saw that. I saw that, and I walked out to the road. I like your guy that's holding the thing, the guitar. He's cool. He lost a leg in the wind.
Oh, you lost a leg in the wind. Yeah, that's actually Sky at Bunker 2.
Yeah,
he made that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went out and tried to rescue him a couple times in the wind, and so I was lucky enough that a lot of the stuff was already here. I just put it together.
Yeah, but like, okay, whatever. That's still cool. I like these. I like these kind of things. Yeah, I make. Oh, sorry. Don't look with your eyes.
I love my garbage can. It's the glove box.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I just fucking love it. Here's a crazy door I made. The whole thing was a pile, and it was a mess. And I went overboard with like adding metal, even though it was already sturdy. I just kept adding stuff, and because I want to do like this steampunk, like over here. I want to do like this where it's like, you know, extra metal stuff, you know. Like the fence was already sturdy, but I just keep adding.
Yeah, no, for decoration, like that's cool.
Yeah.
Layers.
Yeah, layers. And then over here, this I hang out here a lot. I was hoping to do like homemade slabber weapons. Yeah. You know, like there's this death ray gun. You go to the dollar store and you get a squirt bottle. And you spray paint it. And then you put on those little plastic trophies on the end. It looks like a death ray gun. Yeah. You just spray paint it.
Yeah.
You have a, you know, and so things like
So come relinquish your Slab City weapons at Bunker 3.
Or tools. You know, this I use all the time. And you can laugh all you want. But it's one of my favorite tools.
That's cool.
And I just found it. Somebody made this.
Yeah.
Somebody put effort into this. It's probably Sky from Bunker.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I can't get enough. But I'm having fun with the fence. Like every time I get like spiky things, you know, I'm putting it like at the top of the fence. And
oh, look at that cat. There, I feel like if I come more, like the more times I come, the more things I would see. Just like a dots. This very, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't get enough. Like I go to Slab Mart and get stuff. I go to burnout camps. I have actually a real toilet that's actually for tourists.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it's a bunker.
Yeah, but whatever. But there's a private spot to pop a squat. You know what I mean? Like,
There is. And it's really fancy because there's wipes and toilet paper and bags. It's
nice.
fancy around here. And an ashtray.
Nice.
I know. I'm saving it just for yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much stuff on the walls too.
Yeah. So this was built here. I just added some decorating. This is one of her steps for her sky.
Oh, is that for the electric chair?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sky and MJ come over. They come over and they get stuff. Their stuff that was here when I moved in is over there. And then over there, you'll see it, but the outside of the fence over in that direction is like flood control.
Oh yeah.
And in a lot of it was there. It was just it's a mound of garbage, right?
Yeah.
And that protected this bunker.
Yeah.
You know, before I had it.
Right. From 2023. Yeah. It was rough.
So Sky was here when that happened, and Sky and MJ, they had both of these. And you can see, let's see, can I show you over? You can see, have you seen well, you got it.
Yeah, no, but show me. Go ahead and show. Run your thing. Don't assume that I know or that I've seen, because you might show me something that I haven't observed before. But no, I saw the damage on the side of the bunker, how it like washed away the. Look at your plants.
Yeah, the only clear view is this little 8x10 or 5x7 little window. But if you, there you go. So you can see, and then Sky said there was a 50-foot tall splash of water shooting up.
Shit. Cause that all used to be covered.
Yeah.
Like that, the entire there. Oh, let me zoom in so you can see. I can hardly see the video. So like, you see how it's like sticking out like a Swiss roll here. Like it used to have sand on it. Like how the sand. Where's my finger at? How the sand's right there. It had sand all the way out there. None of that was washed away. Dude, it leveled, it took all the trees, it took all the foliage down that wash, like it flattened it out. There used to be shade and cover, and like, you know, that it fucked us up. I'm still like me recovering from it, you know what I mean? Like as far as my house and my space and my walk, and it sucks.
Right.
It fucked us up.
Right. Well, you see the damage everywhere still from that, and of course that happened before I came. But so anyways, okay, so here's my water tank.
That's really cool.
I got this one from Bark, and I got this one from Lewis, Arande, my neighbor.
Yeah.
So I love my water tanks, and then I got this giant half-dead aloe free in Nyland in a dumpster.
Oh, cool.
And it was this big, and nobody even knew what it was because it was so dead. And then now I'm dividing it, and but turns out what you do is you remove most of these outer leaves.
Yeah.
Pack the stem back.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that, so here I have these, like, you know, I had to work on it. But yeah. So everything has a story. Everything's from somebody around here, or I found it. Like Sky made this, just what I needed for the fence.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The cane with the it's got a, what's it called, a floor on it, the fleur de lis or whatever, like the New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what else was I gonna say? Oh, that probably came from the East Jesus bombing range that washed down in the flood. The fire hydrant thing, fire thing.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of their old bombing range in the flooding. A lot of it washed down. Oh, I have one of these at my house on a stick. I thought it was cool looking.
Yeah, the more spikes, the better. Like, if they find spikes, I'm like, okay, that's for the fence. Like, the fences, I might have to have, like, a warning sign.
Why?
You know, like danger, you know, fence bites or something. I don't know, because it's starting to, you know, a little kid would get hurt real quick, swiping their arm around.
I've heard you've done pretty good so far with the tours. I'll start.
Oh yeah. Well, only 2 real carloads came.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there
so
was,
far.
And then the third one was Mark Elvis. I had an interview.
Oh, cool. Did he kick him out here? That's cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It was so fun. And then I gave him Deb's number. And
Sweet.
Message Deb, and I recommended that he go visit her in her booth. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's starting out slow. That's fine.
That's cool. Next
know.
next winter, I feel like once, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then
Yeah.
I plus wait till you see my stuff that's for sale. There's not much, so I need all summer to make the art.
Right.
You know, and so the tours is fun, but I'm you know I came to Slabs to sell art, make
Yeah.
art and sell art, so I get to do that.
Hell yeah.
It's like have my booth at home. You know, I don't have to worry about somebody stealing my stuff.
Right.
I can make my own hours, whatever. So my hours are kind of small. My hours are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 to 2. So yeah, and then $5 tours. But you're getting an extra tour today.
Oh, sweet.
The extra details.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's some really neat stuff. You know, a lot of things I couldn't have done without the neighbor's sky. Just like I said, because he got the place with so many supplies. But he's also got a lot of really good stories. And he's the one that he found these dead rats up on the top of the bus right there. You see there's a bunch of dead rats.
Oh, ha!
You don't make for a big video. We won't stay in this area too long, but they're laying together like they, you know, maybe 8 raptors and it went up and died.
That's crazy.
I think she'll calm down soon. Okay, so this is the courtyard.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't the temperature?
Oh, I was gonna say that was the next thing. It's noticeably cooler in here by a lot. This is so different. It's been years even since I've been in here. The last time I was in here was skies. Yeah.
It's 3 layers of shade cloth. So
Oh, look at your Mothman.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
That's so cool.
Everything, of course, is recycled.
Right.
You know, I didn't go to the store and buy anything except wire and screws. But here's my slab art for sale. I have stuff here and here, and I'm making more area because I would like slabbers to make art, bring it here. We'll throw some price tags on it and a nice display.
Heck yeah.
And then as they sell stuff, you know, I'll bring them their money and they can load me up with some more.
Heck yeah.
You know.
That's what I do at Deb.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So because my signs, it's in there kind of. I'm trying to do like it's tours, and then there's slab art and souvenirs. You know, in with that.
I'm gonna take this off of me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is cool as hell.
This room, something.
What did you make this out of? Oh, this is Sky made this, huh?
Yeah, that's Sky. Yeah, no, it's like he didn't even make it.
I was gonna say, okay, did he make it or find it?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Full great. So Mark Elvis's wife bought some of that from Sky yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he has more, and he's coming. Him and Chase are motivated. I said, I need buckets. You guys gotta find me buckets of crystals, you know, to sell the tours. So they're on a mission to crystals, you know.
Heck yeah.
Because they're good at that. But any slabber that wants to bring art, I have tons of price tags already, but we can display it. I mean, I'm doing it in here because of the shade and keeping. I wouldn't mind if this whole thing was just filled, like you know. I mean, this whole room could just be slab art that's for sale with price tags on it for the tourists. And the tourists love anything with like Slab City painted on it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or just something handmade. You know, from a slabber is it's just very unique. Everything's one of a kind, and they just love that so much. So it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. And then the things I make that don't work out, they get wired under the fence.
That's funny. Yeah, heck yeah.
So come on in here. This is the hall.
Oh my gosh.
This is where I spend most of the time. The temperature is the most comfortable.
Yeah.
You get out of the wind. And then there was no roof. The roof blew off right away when I moved in, so this is all new for the most part. You know, new use. But yeah, so a couple slabbers, Sky and Chase came by and helped me get those railroad ties up there. We had to cut them and everything. And then I pretty much just found and was given like all the rest of the stuff, but it's like 5 layers of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, wire, 2x4s, shade cloth, fabric, tin. You know, and so that's nice, stays nice and cool. And then I made the shade from the courtyard go all the way up to here. So that really is making the courtyard shaded and nice and cool. And then this was just some shelves. So I just threw some wood on there and a door.
That's the bathroom, huh?
No. That's where the naughty people go.
Oh, okay.
No. Actually, this is all my kitchen stuff.
Oh, cool.
Because I put it all away.
Like a pantry?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
So it's like, you don't even know, but that's all my kitchen stuff.
Heck yeah.
And it's high security around here. I'm not even sure if it works. All right. Yeah. So here's some paintings. This was already here. Probably MJ and Life Handmade. I love it. I want to keep it. Yeah. And actually, like this gross bucket, but look, there's a crazy hand.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Like it's holding an apple or something, or like yeah.
Yeah. I do love that. That's just so the dog doesn't get in the garbage. There's paintings here, but check out this one.
I was just looking at that. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm assuming Sky and MJ were the last people to paint. I did cover up some paintings. Like I did this wall. This was already here. Here's a lady. And then I think this is Sky and MJ, like self-portrait at the
look at the whatchamacallit, the gears and stuff. Oh.
I just started steampunk up there. But yeah, I think this is like Sky and MJ at the hot springs.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm doing steampunk up there. This I made. I'm still working on like highlights and shadows, you know, whatever, but
it looks so cool. I love your Into the Sunset stickers too.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So here's my crazy drawer. Welcome, don't be a dick. And then I didn't want to confuse people, but technically you push and then you pull.
Okay.
But I thought people would just be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Oh, look, it's so pretty.
No, first I have to show you this. This is what the tourists get.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's fun.
Because they can stand there and look in there. But last thing I need is some good burger jacking off of it. That, right? But you get to come in.
Oh, yay. With the camera or without the camera?
Oh, yeah, with the camera.
All right, sweet.
Have at it.
Look at the tiling. Oh, look at your bed.
Yeah.
There's rocks, and I have a Zippo like that. Employees must wash hands.
Oh.
That's cool. And then, yeah, you don't have a vent in here. This is the studio. Or what?
Well, what it is there's a fan that sucks the air out here.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a fan that sucks the air out here.
Yeah.
And they're just hooked up straight wired to solar panels. No panels.
Yeah.
So they're just during the day.
Yeah, right.
But I might have to roll up the rugs in the summer because they said that it gets, the floors will sweat. So then I gotta roll the rugs up and put them away.
That's crazy.
But the bed I think was made by MJ because MJ was here before me. Sky and MJ gave me the bunker, and then when I leave, I give it back.
Yeah.
To Sky. But I think MJ, because she like hurt her legs, so she was gluing rocks on there, and then that shelving unit is like steel, iron, whatever. That Sky made. So it's just so much of my stuff was from them.
This is cool. I bet if you had if you had a EVAP cooler, you could insulate, or you could run. It'd be so freaking cool in here.
Right. Too bad it's so small because it's kind of really like a, 1 or 2 person, like 2 people if they're like, dating. Right. But otherwise, it's pretty small.
Yeah. That's why they call this one the studio.
Okay.
The apartment.
Okay.
Like each bunker was different. Like I think bunker one's the hangar.
Okay.
I forget. This one's the studio. I'd have to ask somebody because they're all shaped different.
Yes.
And I'm the only one now that I've not been in his bunker too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go. I know. I need to go knock on the door.
That place is something because he's a total artist.
Yeah.
They both. Yeah.
Yeah.
They both are. But Sky's like a superstar.
I recently started playing with mirror too.
So
cool.
I have to tell you a funny story about the mirrors. So when I moved in here, there were a lot of mirrors glued like to the walls and this or that. And I thought, oh, I'm painting here, I'm rolling, I'm in a hurry, right? You know, so I'll just scrape it up, razor blade it off later if I don't like that paint on there. And then I had a mirror and it was in a different spot and I was aiming at the door. And also one day I thought I heard scary voices. So I moved the mirror, took down all the mirrors I could, right? I moved my nice mirror, but I took down all these other like little shards of mirrors that were decoration anywhere. I got rid of. And later I found out the scary voice was a freaking commercial on my fucking YouTube videos on my phone.
That's so funny.
You know what it said? This guy's voice said, "Don't drink her blood. It's full of STDs." So maybe you've heard the commercial.
Not that one, not yet, but that's funny.
Yes. And I thought, that couldn't be like, that's what commercials are like these days?
It's weird.
Like, they just swear. And there's another one I heard that all of a sudden I'll be laying there and I'm half awake and I'm watching listening to YouTube videos and a commercial come on, but I think it's part of like what I was watching or whatever. And, all of a sudden it's some guy. And he limped away with his asshole bleeding.
Oh no! That's funny.
Book,
I know around Halloween time, I tell YouTube that the commercials are offensive because I'm a girl. I live by myself out here in the scary, scary desert. I don't like scary movies, and I don't need advertisements for Annabelle or The Nun because I've got creepy dolls all over my house and stuff too. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It is funny. It's funny. It's so funny. Yeah, I went a whole month thinking that I had heard a voice and there was mirrors in there.
That's fun.
So I, put crosses everywhere and I'm praying and just trying to do, be good. So I've got it on my side.
So cool.
Isn't it?
It's so pretty. It's just got such a cool vibe. Oh, I didn't even notice the seashells before.
Yes.
That's cool. So cool. I know I walked by it on my way to work in the morning and I was going to come sneak over here one of the days. And then I was like, no, because you're going to want to stay. Oh, I got
There's
stuck.
a lot to see. Oh, shit.
That's good.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Don't be wearing fancy clothes.
This is my Easter dress.
So there's more to see, but, it's going to, it's going to be sunny.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to leave your bag and come back.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Either way, yeah. As long as the dog's not.
Yeah, no, I'd rather leave it.
So I have a couple birds. First I had one dove, and then I started putting bird food out, and I have two doves.
This is cool.
I have water in there, but I'm gonna clean it out. I'll have I'll cook on there.
That's cool.
Wood, yeah.
I like the wheels.
Yeah, I couldn't.
The Constantino wire. That's awesome.
Because I ran out of pallets, and I didn't want to put pallets and wood around the fire, so that's why I went extra with the metal.
Yeah, no, that's probably wise.
Yeah. So little by little, I keep adding more spikes.
Yeah.
I like the wire with cans, rusty cans. So I'm going to do a lot more of that along the top because it's kind of like a little booby trap alarm system.
Yeah.
With those rusty cans, and then you add a little wire so it has like barbed wire, mixed in there. So, it's no joke. But anyways, yeah. I found out that if you take bottles, just shitty bottles laying around, oops, this is, bam, there it is. I'm hooked.
Look, and if you have, I'll show you later. Yeah. I was going to show you something else I learned about. Pickle jars. I like to save big ass pickle jars. Because if you flip the pickle jar over so the glass is on the top, you could put your headlamp face down on the pickle jar or your light face down and it'll illuminate the whole jar like a lantern.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Similar to what you got going on there. Yeah.
Great.
So cool.
Yeah, I save my jars for sure because they get used for food storage at least. This is Sky. This was Mark Elvis's idea. So Sky is supposed to put this blank up there. And it's on his list
right
for the month of things to help me with. And Mark is like, take a video, I'll edit it and put it to music.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll post that.
Heck yeah.
So because now my neighbor Sky and my neighbor Chase, they're friends of mine too. They were here when Mark came by. We purposely.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah.
made them
Yeah, yeah,
part.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So I don't know how much of it because he was here for hours. It
Hell
ended up being
yeah.
really long, right? So I'm not sure how much is gonna all be in there. You know.
That's so fun. I
But
can't
was
wait
a
to
good
watch
time.
it.
Yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. They bought one of my painted bottles and then some of Sky's full gray rocks. Yeah, this is only here because I can't get her off of there. I can't get the screw out. But it's a
That's
good
funny.
decoration, so that's fine. I'd like to get a bunch more steering wheels and have like a steering wheel. Oh, here's where you can see Salvation Mountain. You got two.
Oh, that's cool. How you have it framed. I love that.
Yeah, this, I don't know how long this one's gonna last. But Slab Mart, you know, I went around Slab Mart, got a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and I love these. I've got a whole bunch of them. I've been saving. I haven't done anything with them yet.
Neat. Yeah, so what I did, because I didn't know what to do either.
So many of them out here.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
So far. So yeah, I'm trying to do a collection of those. And maybe put like, you know, little solar lights or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't get that far.
Look, and I got my matching bandana to your your
the flags.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I wanted to be like, hey, this is like, you know, a happy hippie place to go. You know, you can, you know, be happy. You know, smoke weed, that's fine. You can just smoke weed and be happy. And laugh. Hopefully a lot of laughing. But here it is. Yeah, more fence. I still just, I'm going to put like a little, I have a box, I'm going to decorate like a present and screw it on here. And it's going to, the present is going to say present. Like every day it's a gift, like present time.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love it. I love it. It's so nice. You did so much work. How long have you been here?
5 months. Yeah. But like I said, a lot of this, like here's an example right here. This painting was already here.
It was already here, but you put it on the wall.
Yeah.
You still had to reorganize the thing. So maybe you didn't paint every single sign, but you still had to take it from over there and put it over there, and
yeah.
you did it artfully. And look at it, like it looks fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. You did a really, really, really good job.
It's wires and screws. And the galvanized wire, if you go to Zendaya's, it's $10 a roll. And it's the gauge that's strong enough for like construction, but it's not too strong to work with.
Right.
And I just use galvanized wire. Like this is the wire I like. That's what how big it is.
This here. You do a little bit stronger than the one I'd use. I like the one because I use it for my whatchamacallit, my jewelry and stuff, but I need to be able to move it with my fingers.
Right.
That one's a little bit harder than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like well, it is construction because so what I do is you might see some wire and stuff, but I also come through with like a bunch of long screws wherever I can. You know, and if I'm patching stuff, that's fine. And you know, all of a sudden there'll be like a wiggle in the fence, so I'll be like, oops, I better add a post.
That's cool.
You know, so I just keep adding. Somebody taught me about these what are they? Kickers. So the outside of the fence.
Oh yeah.
Those kickers, but I don't want those on the inside. So on the inside, I'm starting to do where a pallet sticks out. That's why I started doing that. And I get the free pallets either behind Yaya's or behind Zendaya's hardware store in Calpat.
Hell yeah.
Free pallets. So pretty much I'm able to get like, 5-10 pallets a month free, and right away I have somewhere, and it'll be just stringing up the fence and along the inside, and hopefully eventually like this, just keep making like holes in shade along the fence, more little rooms.
Old dog collar.
Yeah, holding that down. Otherwise, well, originally this looked like a giant loose condom. So that's why I had to go all out with all the decoration.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Blue Road. Yeah. This is like
Power
the main hangout for the
Ranger.
dog. But it pretty much just, you know, like this is where I would lay and like stretch.
Yeah.
And then if you can meditate, if you're just laying there and you let your brain go, like I'll be in here meditating, and all of a sudden when I like wake up, I'm like energized, but I also somehow get an answer to a question.
That's
Or
cool.
like a solution to a
Yeah.
problem in my mind. And that's where the manifestation station came in. It's like, careful what you know, wish for,
Yeah.
because it kind of has been coming true.
Yeah.
You know, the irony here is, you know, I'm super poor, right? When I live out there in Babylon, you know, I'm just a poor person, you know.
Uh-huh.
And they come here and it's like I'm rich because we're just using recycled stuff that we keep buying, trading, selling from each other. And you know how many camps these pieces have been through. You know, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
Or how old these pieces are. You know, how many, can you only imagine that so many people, because it's just really from a lot of camps. And it was long used before. Sky had like these little outdoor rooms built, and I needed a fence, like for the dog.
Yeah.
So I took them all down, and he was fine with it. And so here we are. Now I have a fence. The fence is 500 feet long.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's super sturdy. Like, you know, you really can't do much more, but I keep adding.
I love the painted. I saw the purple one that you had with the painted sticks. I love those. Those are cool. I mean, I love all of it. Like it's the stone sticking up out of the ground. It's like, this is very, very skillfully done, ma'am.
Thanks so much.
I love it.
I used to be a landscaper, so that's where this is going to come in. I definitely have a lot of fun doing things in the yard with rocks. So, close by where they say like the other bunker is.
Oh, bunker 4?
Yeah. Straight that way. And I was out there the other night for the first time checking it out, and I'll definitely bring a wheelbarrow out there.
For rocks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be walking along like these. These are, I'm collecting. Any of them that are like long and skinny like that.
Yeah.
They go on the fence. There's a section over there. I have more. But yeah, like anytime I find like bottles, colored bottles, you know, oop, that goes to the fence. I actually use this window. This is like, there's not much window over here. This is the actual window that I use, even because sometimes this is like your best view.
That's cool.
It's pretty pitiful, you know, but it's nice. So, you know, I didn't realize until the other day how much wind barrier this fence is. It's such a wind barrier that I was here having a normal day, and I stepped outside the fence, and I like almost blew over.
Oh, wow. This is the window where you peek at me when I'm walking to work in the morning making the dogs bark. Yeah.
And you're like, not, you know, I hope I can make it. I hope I make it. But so many people have been terrorized. So she only, I tried, especially lately, is very minimize her outside the fence. And that's just so she can play with the neighbor dogs for a little bit. I try to lure them over, like, here, play over here, and then I, you know.
Right, yeah.
So she doesn't leave. But anyway, so there's that. I think, well, the roof isn't much up there to look at.
It's really cool, though.
Some of this stuff I kind of knew and had experienced before I came here, and then a lot of it I just learned here. Like I really couldn't do solar on my own. I needed a whole bunch of advice from other slabbers, and then it wasn't working all the time, so I needed like a full-time solar dude.
Yeah.
And so luckily it's the neighbor, and so every time my solar went out, because when I first got here, I went through 6 charge controllers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So something was going on. And so it was pretty much every month. And at the same time, my battery was bad in the car for months. Even I put in a new battery, and it was like, it's, you know, sometimes things happen slow here too. Like,
yeah.
Like you can, you know, like I could get like the mechanic to fix my car, but it might take a while. Or, you know, I get, you know, an oil change for only $20. You
Right.
can't beat that.
Yeah.
And well, it just took a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Things move differently out here.
It does.
But it's cool that
It
you
does.
found people that you can call on to help. I've got a solar guy too. Yeah, that he helped.
That's
I've got a basic level of understanding, but like for like yeah, the higher level stuff, I like, and especially just to have somebody be like, okay, you did good. You know what I mean? I need somebody to make sure that I'm, you know, because I don't trust myself yet with it. It's new.
for sure.
It's all new. But you're figuring it out.
Yeah. That's
You're
pretty much
figuring
what
it out.
is. Like the best is if you can get along with your neighbors, and then in an emergency you have each other.
Yeah.
And then if you need to borrow a tool
Yeah.
or like rent a tool, and you know, but anybody that has a social security check living in the slabs is like rich.
Yeah.
You know, they're considered
Right.
rich. They are. And you can live perfectly luxurious.
Yeah.
You know, it's just starting your camp that's going to take a while.
Right.
It takes all your money and all your time, and then you can only do so much. Your body gets tired, and you can't work in the sun.
Yeah.
Not too many people can handle working in the sun. So it took me now 5 months, and I'm like almost ready for summer, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I was working every day on it. Like I don't fuck around. Like instead of having a social life, I like sacrifice having a social life just so I could get my camp set up.
Up to ready, up to par. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Get ready for summer.
It looks awesome.
And then, well, I'm actually, you know, the thing about summer is, well, I'm also close to the canal still, the lower canal. I could go hopping.
Yeah.
You know, there's that great swim spot down by the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good place, like shallow enough for the dog to cross. And I do that once in a while. I like doing that. But pretty much I just, you know, dump water on my head every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, or a half hour, and like all day, and just stay in the shade. I have to stay in the shade.
Yeah.
This summer. But anyways, yeah, I even have a water guy right here, like Bunker Road in Beale is crook.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you where you got your water from, but yeah. Hell yeah.
Because at first it took a while. It took a while to be able to find somebody that was willing to drive out here, because it was already known for like water dudes getting stuck. So
Yeah.
they were like, well, I'm never coming back. And so both Bunker 2 and I were kind of like, without a trailer to get our own water, we're kind of screwed. And so we kept asking around, and eventually it was our neighbor.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was just that whatever.
It looks like you got the road repaired too in spots, and it's not as bad as it usually is, I think. So like super safe driving back here, guys.
Thanks.
No concerns. No concerns. I walked it, but I'm sure the car would have been fine. Yeah.
There's been big RVs that made it just fine in here.
Oh, hell
or
yeah.
Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay on the tracks. And it's kind of hard because it's weird, because Bunker 2, you almost feel like you're driving through there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have stuff on both sides of the road.
But it's cool because it's like he's got like that. There's stuff to see. Like
It's
there's a
awesome.
whole. It's not just like you're taking the bunker tour when you get here, but there's a whole like journey
Yep.
to get here
Yep.
where there's art to look at too. So
Yes.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yes, guy's
Good
a
job.
total artist, and he's actually really working on it. Like he's gonna have stuff over there. He has a big, like industrial popcorn maker.
Oh,
like
cool.
He wants to have like tourists come by and they stop at his place too.
Oh, that's cool.
And they are both artists.
Yeah.
She has a huge collection of jewelry that's ready to sell, but she hasn't been feeling well. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. So he wants to do. I hope he does it, which is dunk the slabber tank.
Oh, he's got a dunk tank in one of the 300-gallon water tanks.
So, yep. So Sky, we just need to give him a little push to do it.
I'm gonna holler at him on the way back through.
Yeah, for sure.
Dunk the slabber.
He's a riot.
That's cool.
He's a blast. Sky is also good security. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he had to keep an eye on this place when it was just MJ.
Yeah.
And then she eventually needed to move in with her because she had that leg injury and everything. And so the timing is all of a sudden, I just sent him a text one day and I was like, oh man, things didn't work out at the camp I was at. I got to find where do you know of a spot where I can make my own camp, you know, without campmates. and he already had almost a year, you know, at least 8 months to like get to know me.
Yeah.
So he's like, stop by, because he knew that I would be a good neighbor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that I'm not like this known thief.
Right.
Or, drama, shit starter.
Right. You just needed a safe place to land where there wasn't an oppressive dude that was trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah. That is known for doing that, but I didn't find out until after I moved in there. Well, you know, that's, you know.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, so that's fine, because the universe. So I wanted I wanted to like grow up and have like a petting zoo farm. Like people come, little tourists and kids, and they pet the animals, and behind the scenes I'm running around, you know, and like taking care of these animals and like, you know, making them tame or whatever. So I wanted this little pet, and this is what I got. The universe gave me this. Bunker tours in Slab City.
Bunker tours. Come check it out. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm probably out of memory card, but come see Liz. Come see Liz. Small donation, please. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 2. It's totally worth it. All right. Have a great day, guys.